What's up, Hedgehog Maniacs and Doki Fanatics? ZXLTRXNSixBillion here, back with more Doki Doki Everlasting, which of course is a mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. The last time we saw me play, MC was helping out Monika and Sayuri with the pamphlets, but before the weekend started, the members were still concerned about the well-being of Monika and everything. And it showed again before the festival, while MC was helping out both the president and vice president of the literature club. Still, I'm just wondering what's gonna go down when I do the festival. Honestly, I am concerned for Monika. This coming from somebody who gave Monika nothing but a hard issue for most of 2018. Time to see where this goes. Time to dive in. Let's do it to it. Here we go. It's Monday, the day of the festival. I patiently sit on the curb, waiting for Sayuri to emerge from her house. I'm quite nervous as to how our performance will go, but I'm excited to be over so I can explore the rest of the festival for myself. Okay. I got a little tense there because we all know what happened to the main game with Sayuri the morning of the festival. Just wondering how it's gonna go down when Doki Doki Literature Club Plus comes out the week prior. Anyway, after a few minutes of playing with my hands, Sayuri finally runs out of her house and over to me. I stand up and wave at her.
Sorry.
Almost like the cat? I think I could tell. Now come on, let's get going if we want to be early for the festival.
Okay.
And thus our journey begins to the school. Looking around, I notice all the early risers all grouped up together in front of us and on the sidewalk across the street.
Yeah, I'm so excited! This game is so much fun! I'm not gonna notice about performance.
That, and still worried about what's going to happen to the outcome of the festival, particularly Monika. Same. But I'm sure you'll do good, Sayuri. Now me, on the other hand, I don't think I'll do very well. After all, my poem isn't up to standards with the rest of your poems.
Don't be silly, ZX. I surely will love your poem.
Yeah, we'll see. So, what are we gonna do after our performance? Eat all the food available in the stalls?
Very funny.
I know. I'm a pretty funny guy myself. No, but seriously, what are we going to do?
I think I'll check out the other creations Old made. I just know they're amazing.
And after that?
What do you mean?
Come on, Sayuri. I know you're gonna eat tons of food afterwards. It's pretty obvious.
Oh, come on! That's like the definite festival experience! You can't try a festival without food!
Well, she's got a point, MC. I guess I can't argue with that. I think I'll watch you though, in case you do decide to eat all the food.
You're such an idiot sometimes!
I thought you gave up on that, Sayuri. I do it because I like to mess around with you sometimes, you know? Besides, Who else is gonna be a mean to you, other than me?
I guess you're right.
Oh, Sayuri. Are you serious, Monika? You know, you're lucky I'm concerned for you right now because of what's been happening to you lately in this mod. Of all the things you had to greet MC and Sayuri with, it had to be that pose again. Can you just stop doing that?
So yes, Sayuri, you're the first two here. Thanks for being early.
That's funny. I would have expected Yuri and Natsuki to be here. Monika's flipping through the pamphlets, double checking out work. Sayuri and I picked up one from the stack. Each picked one from the stack, sorry.
These did an amazing, Monika. We're definitely get some new members with this.
Yeah, I agree. These turned out very well.
Yep, all thanks to you two. Come on, Monika, give yourself some more credit. You did most of the work. You don't have to give me that much credit. Both of you guys did excellent work as well.
I think we could agree that we did a very good job together. Right?
Yeah!
After a few minutes, both Yuri and Natsuki enter. Yuri holds up a pristine banner in her hands, bag strapped around her shoulder, while Natsuki holds a wrapped tray similar to the one on Tuesday.
Alright, it's festival time! Wow, you guys got here before me? I thought it was pretty early.
Sorry for being so late.
No, it's just the time. It's just that time. Look at it, we're just getting started with decorating the room anyway.
That's a relief. Whoa! I gotta say, this looks amazing. I can tell the people who worked on this mod put a lot of effort into it. With this background. I really like that. Nice touch. Well, all five of us together, we finished decorating the room. Yuri's puppet banner stretches from one corner of the room to the other. On each table rests a cupcake, a pamphlet, and a candle that shoots thin rays of vapor, cremating the room with a jasmine-like smell.
Okay, everyone.
Monika's voice interrupts us. Quickly, we direct our attention onto her.
I know we're a little bit nervous about today. I would be lying if I said I wasn't nervous as well.
True.
I know we'll do great. No matter the outcome of this event, I'm proud of you for the effort you put into this club.
Although Monika is smiling, I can see that her eyes are almost wistful. Yeah, I still think, something is off. It's got something to do. I still believe it's got something to do with her capabilities. I wonder how big of that problem is going to come into play during the festival. With that quick vanishes as Monika clears her throat again.
Now then, are we almost ready to present? Yep. Let's just get this over with.
I guess. Yeah. Monika passes us the papers that hold out poems. With one last nod of encouragement, she begins to open the door. Our turnout was actually pretty decent, although I suspect it's because of Natsuki's cupcakes, or to rest their feet from walking around. Monika stands at the front of the podium, holding her paper.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Literature Club's poetry performance. I'm Monika, the president of the club.
All the attendees wave at Monika while she waves back. So far, so good.
And you, Sayuri, Yuri, Natsuki, and last but not least, ZX.
The audience waves at us like before. We wave back.
Thank you all for coming to our event today. I hope you guys enjoy our performance. After we finish up, feel free to come up to the stage and perform your own poems if you wish.
Everyone nods their heads.
Okay. Today, the poem I'm going to be saying is The Way They Fly. Ahem.
Monika Monika closes her eyes and begins to recite her poem. Each word from her recitation is clear and evokes emotion. Sometimes she would even use hand motions to make the poem feel more lively. The subject matter of her poem is, of course, pretty abstract, and the meaning is immediately lost on me after the first few lines. You think? However, since her poem has a tone of sorrow, I assume it's probably something sad. I wonder if this is something she's done before, or she's simply a natural. I glance around the room. Everyone's eyes locked on Monika. Sayuri looks astounded, while everyone else simply watches in awe. Finally, Monika finishes, and a round of applause roars across the room.
Thank you, everyone. I hope you enjoyed my poem. Now, next up is the Literature Club's own Vice President Sayuri.
After Sayuri, Yuri, and Natsuki perform, it's my turn to take center stage. I stand up and mentally reassure myself to do the best I can. Nodding to myself in confidence, I walk over to the podium and stand there. Ahem. Hello everyone. I'm Son X, the new student at the school. I'd like to thank you all for coming here today. Without further ado, here's my poem for today. I clear my throat and begin to recite. My poem's actually pretty solemn in general, mostly focusing on something tragic that happened in my life. I know I did promise myself that I wouldn't dwell on the accident regarding my parents anymore, but listening to Claire DeLune recently really brought those feelings back for me. Wait, so that's why he moved back there? Oh man, that's kind of surprising, honestly. I don't think for a second that I'll be able to beat the others' performances, but I still managed to do my best anyway. Before I know it, I finish. Everyone claps for me as I glance at the other girls. Monika and Natsuki look taken aback, while Sayuri and Yuri just clap with the others. Eventually, Monika stands up after the applause dies down.
Thank you all for coming. I hope you enjoyed hearing our poems and allowed us to show you what literature is about.
They all stand in front of the room and bow as the applause from the audience drowns the room in noise. There was no issues with Monika in the performance. It's kind of surprising, but I feel like this is far from over. After we cleaned up the club room, Monika's mood seems to drastically change within a few minutes. She seems so energetic and enthusiastic during the performance, but now she's just wordlessly helping us clean the room without acknowledging us. A few minutes pass, and Monika still hasn't spoken at all. After we finished taking down the last of our decorations, she just sat back down. Now she's just staring at her desk, looking distant and blank. I walk over to her. Hey, you're a lot more quieter than earlier. Everything okay? No response. I don't think she heard me. Monika? I wave a hand in front of her face. Are you with me?
I have to use the bathroom. I'll be right back.
She hastily stands up and rushes out of the club room. As she departs from the room, I notice that her legs are wobbling slightly as she walks. I take a seat next to Sayuri, who leans into my ear.
Do you think she'll be okay?
I don't know. She probably had to really go. We should just wait for her to get back.
I guess.
15 minutes have passed, and there's still no sign of Monika. I run a hand through my hair, growing silently more anxious. She should be done now. So why isn't she back here?
Should she be back by now?
Seems like Natsuki had the same question as me. I think so. Should we go check on her? Sayuri lets out a sign and stands up. A long sign and stands up.
I'll go check on her.
She turns to me.
Say I'll call you if something's wrong, okay?
Alright. Sayuri takes her leave from the club room, leaving the three of us behind. Yuri is reading her novel, but I can clearly tell she's not being absorbed into it like usual. Meanwhile, Natsuki is pacing in circles around the room. The silence in the room is palpable, a far cry from what used to be the energy from earlier. I squeeze my hands together and bounce my gaze around the room, trying to distract myself from the heavy atmosphere. The silence is eventually broken by Yuri, who lets out a shaky sign.
I hate to admit it, but I'm getting really scared. What if she's hurt? She probably isn't hurt. Maybe this just for the popular kids. I don't know.
I tone out the rest of the conversation with my head in my arms. I tried to reassure myself that everything would be okay, but I find my mind drifting off to the worst case scenario. This is bringing flashbacks to a mod I recently did. Poems of Death. On one hand, maybe Natsuki was right and she really did ditch us to see the rest of the festival. But why would she do that? From what I've known, she isn't the type to ditch us. But there's nothing I could do about that, aside from hoping that Monika's fine. After all, this could just be one big scare. God damn it, I really need to stop stressing myself out over this. A chill runs down my spine as I hear my ringtone go off. This is not good. With a slightly shaky hand, I retrieve my phone from my pocket. I got a bad feeling about this. The contact shows up on my screen, makes my stomach churn, and causes a pang to dread to course through my body. Sayuri! Oh crap! I don't want to answer the call, but something within me forces against my will anyway. With sheer reluctance, I answer the call and put it up against my ear. Sayuri! Oh no! I haven't heard this since Exit Music! Oh man! Oh man.
Monika's passed out about the floor!
No! No, no, no! Crap! Without a second thought, I swiftly end the call and shove my phone sloppily back down into my pocket. Yuri! Natsuki! We gotta go now!
What? Where?
Bathroom! I don't have time to explain! Monika's seriously in trouble!
Alright.
The three of us reach the bathroom in seconds, gasping for air. I quickly locate Sayuri in the middle of the floor, resting Monika's head against her lap. I can tell she's trying to say something, but all that comes out of her mouth are blubbers and inquiry and sobbing. Ignoring Sayuri's terror, I kneel down in front of Monika and tightly squeeze her hand. It's still freezing, like the first time I felt it, but I don't care anymore. Monika, can you hear me? Monika? Monika! I grab her shoulders and shake her, trying to get any form of response. After a few seconds, she mutters something unintelligible. Thank God! I reach into my pocket and pull out my phone. However, a terrible realization dawns on me. My phone battery's about to die. I don't think I'll be able to call an ambulance in time. Ah, screw it! I don't care anymore! As long as Monika makes it. Right back, okay? Just stay with us, please! Rushing out the bathroom, I speed dial the emergency services. In a hurried pace, I explain what happened to the operator and she insists for medical assistance immediately. Thanking them, I hang up and hurry back to the bathroom. As I run back to Monika, I notice a crimson stain on the sink counter, while Yuri hovers over it, clutching the edge of the counter. Is that? Hoping that my suspicions are wrong, I dash to the sink counter. Sure enough, there's blood on the counter and inside of the sink. Oh man. This is going off the deep end. Way! I almost want to vomit at the sight of as my stomach heaves and my heartbeat thrashes against my ears. However, I swallow, trying my hardest not to throw up right now. Jerking myself away from contact with the sink, I pull back over to Monika and squeeze her icy hand again. Listen! You're gonna be okay, Monika! The paramedics are coming! You're gonna be okay! I promise! See, we cleaned up that last phrase, hoping my mantra doesn't fall on deaf ears. The next few minutes pass by in a blur. My memories are fuzzy, so I can't remember exactly what happened, although I do recall Natsuki leaving the bathroom sometime after I called the paramedics. Eventually, Natsuki returns, a school nurse by her side. The nurse probably instructs us to leave the area, stating that the paramedics are on their way. In compliance, I lift myself from the floor. Exiting the bathroom, everything feels surreal. Behind me, I can hear Sayuri softly sobbing to herself still. I turn around and walk over to her, wrapping an arm around her shoulder. Ahead of me, Yuri and Natsuki seem rattled. Meanwhile, I'm trying to decipher what the hell just happened. And yet, somehow, I'm still keeping on a calm face, despite nearly closing in on a panic attack. I want to say something. Anything to break the tension between us, but I can't find the right words to say. In fact, I don't think I should. I don't even think I should say anything in this situation. Besides, what can I even say? Eventually, we leave the school under a heavy silence. We wave each other goodbye, and I begin to walk home. The minute turns to hours. I sit on the edge of my bed. I've been trying to tune out the events of today by browsing through various animes and even watching a few. To no avail. I find myself constantly replaying the events of today in my mind. Why did this happen? How did this happen? So many questions, none of them I have the answers to. A minor egg develops in my head. I look out from my window and into the neighborhood, a starry night sky blanking in it. Guess it's still early night then. Slowly, I start to feel my body shut down as I fall onto the bed, turn off the lights in the process. I can't sleep. My mind is still racing a mile a minute. Her headache from yesterday, our theories at the park, her unexplained absence on Friday, her passing out today.
I want you to believe this is all some sick coincidence. But the more I think, the more I slowly start to realize one thing. None of this is just some sort of coincidence or a twist of fate. Monika's actually sick. Severely. But maybe she passed out for unrelated reasons? It's possible. But how would she pass out? Ugh, this is getting me nowhere. Not to mention that my headache from earlier is slowly starting to develop into a problem. I should try to get some sleep, even if I can't. I forced my eyelids shut. I shouldn't worry about Monika right now. Hopefully she'll tell us what's going on in due time. Hopefully.
I don't know what to say. I'm stunned. I'm surprised that's how the demo ends at this point. Won't know until Act 2 what the update on Monika's condition is for Everlasting. And you also notice something different with this picture. I added Monika to the background, what you see right now. Monika is my second favorite as far as the Dokis, but Natsuki will forever be my favorite, no matter what. ZXLTRXN signing out. I'll catch you guys in the next video. I'll see you guys later.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up and let me know what you think down below. And if you want to see more of my content, subscribe to me so you'll check out the rest of my content, and you also check out the videos you see here on the screen. I told you to stop doing that, Monika!